shrink back in the house, back in the music cave, as I call it. Yeah, I just have to revisit a topic that a lot of people want to hear about, and it's been debated since the caveman years. Do cables make a difference? Why are you wasting your money on those cables? Blah blah blah. Well, I'm on the side that believes they do make a difference. And I'm not saying the more money you spend, the better your system's going to be, because that's bullshit. I mean, that's what makes this hobby, people, it's so hard for them to stop because they think that may be the solution. Just throw more money at it and that's going to fix it. Well, it's all so subjective. I mean, you could spend more money on a component and it comes in and it's worse, because it's just not the signature you were looking for or thought it would be, So I try to get cables that just really get out of the way. And the ones that have really stood the test for me are usually the cables or copper. So it doesn't seem to bring anything else to the table like the silver did when I brought that in. It wasn't even close, guys. I could totally hear the difference. Do I spend a ton of money on cables? I don't, because I have them built for me by a cable builder that's his hobby, does it on the side, uses Cardis solder, uses superb bulk cables of choice. Even my Kimbers, he had bulk of the original ATC, which are very sought after cables. And they were from the original Kimber virgin copper mine, meaning no contaminants. That's just a thing of the past. You won't find that anymore. That's why I've had them and I'll never get rid of them because they're great. And the S-band banana plugs are my favorite at any price. I've had so many, guys. Like the WBTs, I'm a fan of some of their products. Definitely not their banana plugs or their RCA plugs. I hate those angled banana plugs that sway back and forth. And they're so expensive, it's crazy. And then the locking banana plugs. Who wants to have to reach down and spin a barrel to release their plugs, right? So the ones in the picture that you see there, those are my very favorite plugs right now. And the reason why I say that is because they replicate my favorite of all time, which are the Eichmann bullets, which are almost like a composite material. And they've been around for decades. Eichmann, I'm sure lots of you know. They're now called ETI, and they've gone to aluminum, and they're very expensive. They got speaker terminals worth a lot of money, up there around, not quite at the WBT level, but they're very, very good. So, when I find something that works for me, and I just stick with it. So, my cable builder provides the Puresonic plugs. And you can see them in the picture. They're gorgeous. They have an aluminum barrel, and then they have that same composite gripping area that's not too tight, not too loose. It's a perfect connection, right? So this is what I look for in my cables. I can show you a couple of. You can barely see. Those are the Kimbers down there, the red and the black. There's a lot of fakes on the market because these are the ones the audiophiles want, the original ATC. You look back here, these are the Neotech banana plugs. They're very, very good. And that's Conair. See, there's the Puresonic right there. These are Doolan wire, just phenomenal. It's great. He even sheaths it. So he's a very, very good cable builder. So those are the Conair. They're the G model, 1411G, I think. But, my favorite banana plugs are the Kimber S-bands. So, again, it just has to do with the way they connect to my equipment. They're awesome. They have a rhodium coating, so it's just like a perfect entry and exit to your component, right? So do cables make a difference? Absolutely, they do. I've heard silver, it's come in here, and man, I tell you, I could tell immediately that it wasn't for me. Was it really expensive, the cable? No. I mean, there's a couple grand worth of cables connecting the system, but they're all bulk. Like that power cable there, that's the top Gotham. Now, the reason why, and that's, Sonic Quest plug, and that's Solo. He made those. But I'll tell you one thing I need and it's a no-no, are stiff cables. I don't want them. I want cables that are pliable and that are easy to route, that are easy to work with, and the Gotham power cable is, and so are all these cables. I've had the big pythons and stuff. You know, if it boosts your ego, so be it. Oh, I got thick cables, so my it's so great. It's bullshit. Just is. But I'm not going to say that the guy with the $1 million system shouldn't spend a good amount on properly engineered and built cables, okay? So you guys that want to come on here and say they make no difference and, you know, I just use coat hangers or whatever I use, that's cool, but I've proven it to myself that I believe cables do make a difference. Do you need to go hog wild on spending? I think you need to spend a fair amount. I mean, this system here with everything it's not cheap. I don't do that to brag or anything. It's just, it is what it is. It's the depth of the pool I play in. It affects me in no way financially. You know, it's stuff that I could buy easily and enjoy, right? All through the used market. And you got to know what you're doing, man. It takes years to learn it and make the right choices. I'm very grateful for this system. Not only does it sound amazing, it's absolutely gorgeous to look at. It's really well put together with the cables all hidden. Can't see. They're floating in space, guys. Where's the cables on the integrated and the turntable? And I just take pride in the way the system aesthetically presents. I don't want a rat's nest of cables because that just takes away from the beauty of it, in my opinion. Take the time to route them, use zap straps, use the pillars on your racks, and just tidily tuck them away, you know? But cables matter, guys. I mean, I always suggest people get a hold of Solo GB on Canuck Audio Mart. He can build you anything and he can ship it. And he's seen thousands of cables. So I'm loving these Canair from Japan. They're really nice. I haven't heard any, it's just it just lets the music flow. There's no like change when I connected them. I don't change it. If it's good, if it isn't broke, I don't fix it. So that's all I can say. I'm really grateful for you guys, you know. Like and subscribe. You can see it. Like and subscribe. If you feel so kind, you can send a tip my way with a super thanks down there. You know, I'm just going to keep rolling with this and keep bringing out content because I got it. It's all in my heart. And, you know, I'm just doing it my way, and it seems to be working. So have a great Sunday. Take care.